you for this day, and thank you for everything that you've given us, and thank you for the strength that you provide us with every day to just put you first. And we know that it's important to put you first for the purpose of not becoming addicted to tangible, so that we do not feel the need to become obsessed with it, because without it, we go through the great despair. We know that we are with more without. And we thank you for that. We thank you for giving us less, as they call it, because with less, we can do all. We have many skills. We don't rely on money. We most certainly don't hurt other people to be popular and to gain in our adulthood. And Lord, this year we just ask that you continue to give us whatever strength and the amount of it that you think that we all need, because I know that you move at the pace that you know is necessary. And we're not worried about rushing, and we're not worried about slowing down. We're just grateful to be here moving with you through this moment in this world and just seeing what we're looking at here. And it's looking really concerning. And we know why we're here, Lord. We know that we are here to be the true new world order. We're very disgusted with the old world order. And I know that you are too. Because in God's name, they do not trust. They follow false leaders, and they want to be a bunch of fucking free gays and elites. And you know what, Lord, we're just grateful to honestly not want to be that. We're grateful to not want to be part of a gang, not want to be a biker gang, not want to have multiple partners, not want to ever hurt somebody, not sell our children for money. And we're also grateful that we didn't end up angry because our parents did for some of us. I just want to say thank you for making me me and continue to work through me and do what you do. If you need anything, let us know. And keep them fucking hoes and bitches away from us, honestly, that we had to serve up over the last week. And keep letting us serve them up, bitch slapping them left and right, because those fucking hoes ain't shit, bro. And we say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. With your faith being in the Lord, you can never lose. But how do you do that? Well, unfortunately, you start putting your faith in the Lord for because everybody takes everything that you loved from you away. They take it. So sometimes you get more mature and you are sad too. Some of you get cold and you hate the world and you feel like you've been taken from. Some of you guys are so scared that you never even go for it because you're scared to do that. And some people take it all, but then it's too easy for them and they're never happy either. So at the end of the day, we all kind of balance out the same. It's like four, the number four or something. And some people say that the number four is the most important number in life. And I had four kids, so I've always thought of the number four as me and my mom's number, a family, and how it equals eight. And sometimes it can be frustrating, but at the end of the day, if you're truly an empress or an emperor, which is above king and queen, and it requires empathy, which you can't have as a mean leader. So, as a mean leader who rules with fear, you're only a king and a queen. And there's also emperors and empresses, and there's also the ace, there's also hierophant, and there's also the high priest and priestess. And so, one small little word made you believe, honestly, that you were the best of the best. We know that at the end of the day, you're not feeling too good, and I know that you're not. So let's talk a little bit about that. You know, as a freemason, you're just like the witchcraft cults and the Aryan brotherhoods, the cartels, and basically it's easy to see from afar that you guys get yourselves wrapped up in these terrible contracts with people who took advantage of you, and you chose to submit and fuck your people over because you wanted that prize. And so it's a tricky situation. Huh? You burnt those bridges and you realize now
it wasn't really worth it. You miss things that you just find yourself thinking about. And you have to be fake and, pretend like everything's great in your life, but really you were specifically ordered in a sad way unknowingly, but you knew. I mean, there's no way that you wouldn't have known how odd it would have been to sacrifice all the things that you loved the most, but you call that showing loyalty. And that's what we need to take a look at in the New World Order is, for one, the leader. We could say that we're going to make safe places for people that are too scared to fucking stand up to their bitch ass leaders to go. But I don't think that's even necessary because any one of us could go stand up to your leader a fucking alone. And honestly, you could do whatever the fuck you're told to do. That's the thing about a leader. So unless you knew when and where we were going to be at coming and how we chose to handle it, you wouldn't know. And that's obvious that we more than likely wouldn't be able to let you know. But the goal would be the leader. And think that your leader's a badass. But a real great leader is like the Karate Kid leader. And you train for battle. You don't submit for battle because the battle in which you fight as one of those caissons is theirs. You don't have those problems before you become a Mason. You don't have to worry about many things that all the things that you guys in gangs, masonries, all your little cults, you change your entire identity into what they have as an identity. And you have this totalism type mindset. And it's the same totalism charge and for you all too, because you're definitely getting caught. Because the new isn't about groupies. We went excited to go to school, and I went to college twice, and I was a raving fan of working with the government all these years and corporate leaders, and I thought I was gonna grow up and be around adults that were smarter than me, and I was gonna be inspired and learn. And it's been the complete opposite. I've found that I'm around rapists, murderers, liars, and scammers, and cheaters, and manipulators, and I've already been around all that. They remind me a lot of my dad and my mom. From my mom being money hungry to my dad being a drug dealer and watching him sell drugs to people at a lower price, and that's shit we used to all do, right? We've all done that. I mean, we've all skimped somebody here and there, but to do it all the way through and just know that even 30, 50 fucking years above us, this is what they're doing. And everybody's looking a little pathetically starstruck out there, too overweight, and their eyes are on something that we can follow. Shows me that the only thing that protects you or says anything about you is that you think it's shit. But what I see when I look at you is one or two people maximum, but only one matters. In a group or a world system where you don't know or are not trained to know, for the purpose of them being the coolest loser and looking victorious. And you somehow actually believing that you have to earn somebody's respect, except for that God tells you not to follow a false idol for as many religions as you claim to practice. But yet you leave your children and your women at home, even though trafficking is the number one way to fucking straight pretty much die. You guys let your Mormon missionary girls go alone in houses, and you specifically state that men and women are mixed for the purpose of only female 18-year-olds can fucking go into the fucking houses of people you don't know, even though trafficking is the number. And you guys also, you blame all these other countries for the trafficking. It's here. You're the rapists. But, it just goes on and on. Hear ya. I hear ya. We all hear you. We hear what you stand for. Pedophile, secrets, lies, and cult organization, which doesn't mean much because you're not allowed, and we're well aware of that. Those secrets, you guys always talk about how secretive you are. So that tells everyone in the nation that none of you are trained for battle. So only one of you matters. And that's how that goes. That's the way that I thought about it at the drug dealer's house. Nobody wants a middleman, and nobody cares about a middleman. We want daddy. And so that's how it goes for you. Alright? Now, like I said, in the old days I thought maybe we should make some fucking safe houses because I know that y'all are pussies and you just don't stand up. But I'm not gonna do that. I don't care about that anymore for you. I think after all the children in the nation have been getting raped and kidnapped and you haven't stood up to them, but you can go into the jails and pretend like you beat up the fucking homies in there that have already been charged and you don't even beat them up. You like poke them in the butthole with your finger and smell it. And then you talk about fucking how you kick their ass. But yet, you never do anything out here. You're worried about being nipple on nipple nascent. You guys did something to the railroad track. I told you that yesterday. You fucked it up more tonight. It's literally vibrating in my camper. You're really fucking honestly, you're fucking a faggot in every way. I want you to know that. You are a sick son of a bitch, and it's tiring, honestly, the weird shit that you guys are doing. And I'm just gonna pray right now. Dear Heavenly Father, and Devil, and all the spirits from the underworld, I ask that you please rise with me tonight. I call you. I ask that you please rise with me tonight. Underworld, I call you. Skinwalkers, I call you. Demons, I call you. Skinwalkers, demons, underworld, I call you. Tonight, closely monitor and do whatever you please. Go. You can do whatever you want. And we say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. We have the moon here. Mental clarity. Releasing fear and releasing anxiety. You're here and you trust in your intuition and you trust in the underworld and in the higher world. You're not afraid of these idiots. They're nothing but a cookie dough fat boy. Says you have mental clarity, Seven of Cups in the reverse. You're not somebody who worries and wants or desires shit like a fucking kid looking in through the fucking candy store window, bitch. You'll fucking punch that window down and you'll fucking straight rob it. Or you fucking straight do whatever. You could work to and buy it. Now, we have that Page of Swords here, which is a simple motherfucking statement. The lightest form of fucking straight sword, but it's straight, period. You analyze shit, bro. Somebody's getting audited. They have been trying to interrogate somebody here. They're gonna be interrogated is what's gonna happen because we know that bitch don't interrogate. They just try to fucking lie about everything they say. They might fucking confront you, but it's all bullshit. They'll say that they just are worried about being believed in a group of people that are fucking straight believing a liar who's trying to be believed by stupid people that believe a liar. And then you're just like out there as a third party looking at the whole group like not kidding. Isn't that fucking hilarious that they think we care? You okay? Yeah. Billingsgate, swearing, cursing, abuse, vulgarity, gutter, profanity underneath that mental clarity. So for those of you who do try to tell somebody that you know what's up, they may curse at you, they may, and that may happen. Oh well, whenever they're madder, then honestly, I guess their actions were better. Straight bitch. So sorry for you. It doesn't matter because the Lord, we're here to work for God, and so we're not here to work for the human as 144. When you're chosen, you are here as God's military. So, you know, you're like Eli, bitch. We come down, we send a message, and we die. Ugh. Some of these other hoes go inside Moby Dick, you know what I mean? A fucking loose butthole because they're gay. You know, so they have it worse than us, honey. Don't even worry about it. Let them boys be gay. We don't fucking care anyway. Just go ahead and be gay. We do not care anyway. You can be gay if you want. You can be gay, boys. Go be gay, boys. They like want to rub their nipples on the carpet. I think the highlight of their day is if they both were to like jump up at the same time and like shock each other. You know what I mean? They're free Gasons and they're serious men. So, anyways, somebody's gonna try to fucking straight get lippy with you, and I think you should just bring your fucking hair clip and fucking chomp their fucking lips shut. Get a fucking straight. I don't care what. Get your fucking bring your tongs and shut the fucking bitch up because we don't read it, we delete it in our group. We don't talk about it to the civilians. We message the government workers and we get a move on it. Nobody cares what they have to say because they're lying. What are you talking about? 5 words or less is what I told them. 5 word. You need to tone it down with all that life. You're the fountain of life. You know what I mean? They don't have life in them, and they're mad because somebody exposed a secret here, and they're also mad because you have that 7 of Cups energy. And when you have 7 of Cups in the upright, it's like you really, really, really want something. You're admiring it though. It's like you really admire it, and you're like, man, it's like a kid looking in through a candy store window. And so this person wants to be. They you know what's funny is they probably like treated you like poo poo. They probably mind fucked you up and down a little bit, unlike the fucking way that we're gonna ride them. Um, they're the type of bitch that wants to be chased, and so every time they do something, it's not even for real. It's to see the reaction that you do. You're not even like that, bitch. You're not American. Some adult who plays fucking weird games like that. And that's like, you know what? Just watch out in this chapter for anybody who's like anything bad about anyone. They're the bad one. Because we don't explain it like they're bad. We explain it like, are you fucking kidding me? We get pissed off about it. Somebody who's not lying isn't gonna go around and be like, oh, they're this bad thing. No, they're where you get react. You're like emotionally invested in, like you just get upset and you like freak out. So it's like way different. It's not gossip. It's like freaking out. And so it's pretty pathetic that the world today are the popular elite ones. You know, they think that you have to actually gossip in order to be believable. If you freak out, you're supposedly tripping out, and it's like it's actually the 100% opposite. Or whatever. Who cares? Let anybody do or think or argue about anything they want. You know what I'm saying? You do, because nobody fucking cares. Like nobody cares if you lie. Nobody cares, and they're gonna try to come at you and interrogate you, and you're gonna put your sword up. You gonna putty? It says you're gonna. Are you going? All right. No, go to bed. I'll be there. You can go right here though. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I'm gonna finish the reading, and then I'll go night out with you. I gotta watch my music. Basically, you're gonna put your sword up, and you're gonna speak your truth straight. Either way, it looks like so far here, and so do expect them to try to inquire. They could bring somebody your way. They could try to ask you. It does say that in another read too, just a minute ago, that they may try to ask you to do something with somebody. Don't go. I see a lie right there too. Oh well. There's no way for anybody to not get whatever they're gonna get. There's only two outcomes. you either get in trouble or you don't. As far as the evidence and all that shit, what I mean, obviously, if anybody doesn't get in trouble in this chapter and you have evidence, well, then I guess there's a true thing about protected, and their mother didn't use it when their fucking sad ass was born. But we know that they do have senses of protection in bigger groups. Period. You know, if you do know the right people, we could all create protection. If I obviously worked at the courthouse and my best friend was fucking straight handling things in this, like basically anybody who has a friend in an area, that is what most, you know, it's smart to set. I've always wanted, it's like a Noah's Ark system. So there's ways to definitely have that protection. So if they have protection, well then you're good to go. If and if you, and it'll be a fun one to watch how this one will go. I've never seen more crime actually ever in my entire fucking life than this location right here. I've never had to handle more crime in my life. This is the most epic fucking thing I've ever done. It's like worse than my actual delivery of the children. But this bitch is like on worse drugs than me. The police want to live with you. If you let them in, give them a pat down. I don't think so, girl. I say some whack ass shit, but she's been on some drugs at least. She's on some heavy. She's been acting a little strange. She's acting stranger to me. She was like out there in the parking lot the other day, and she sometimes talks like I do, but like I think she's a little. I wonder if she's like a little high right now. I love her, but like sometimes you gotta remind her, people, baby, you need to tone it down. I need to go sleep. Well, I don't want you to sleep. I mean, I'm good. I need to go sleep more. I'm going to sleep tonight. I did the 6 to 6. It's 2.
Guys could donate $200
every time. Every time. You can die, baby.
Cash App, PayPal, Child, Venmo is spent in the
Babe, stop playing games.
Why does police officer keep watching you? And you see how the Queen of Wands just keep watching? Or this could be a King of Wands. But they keep watching you. It's like, why they keep watching you? They could be trying to figure out the words to use, the words to say to you, or trying to figure out how you feel about something. Maybe they were a part of trying to make you homeless so they could give you something, maybe like some type of offer.
Yeah, death. All right, well, whoever, Bible right here. You're like, go offer yourself to the Bible. Yeah, we have bilious too. So what is that? Crabby? Ill-natured. Oh, I would have been pretty ill-natured too if you would have burnt me. Bewitched. Captivate, charm, delight, enchant. We have rebirth too in the reverse. No drama in the reverse. Unsure in the reverse, so people are sure what's happening. It says assessing in the reverse and be present in the reverse, so you might want to dip, bitch. It looks like they don't even need to assess anymore. It's pretty good to go. It's locked in, I think. I don't know. You guys are locking it in pretty good. We have bid, so they're like bidding on who's going to take your case. Or bidding on who's going to kill you, the person, me. Bring it on! So, we have request here. Somebody has a charge here. They could be summoned to court. Or trying to summons you. Wait, do you summons demons? I think you summons demons, not summons to court. You're all part of the fucking demonic fucking judicial. It says somebody's chose to stay instead of leave. And there's a huge, gigantic, massive, great, enormous, tremendous problem. And it actually has the word outgoing here too. Makes me wonder if it's like it's outgoing into the lake. All right, but this is a very important matter. And this is somebody who has a big heart and considerable is here. And so I feel like this is a considerable concern. We have what is going on? What in the fuck? So this read keeps going back and forth between you turning somebody in, and then it's like they're creaming their panties over it. Because now we have married here. And just right before that, it said that whatever the fuck it said. It says they get crabby with you, but then, oh yeah, it was bewitched. So, and then it was like, this person like becomes like into you. Like they want, like, there's something about when you standing up to them, it makes them cream their panties. It makes their package bigger. It says it turns it large, it becomes huge, bulky, immense in size, colossal, majestic. We have August here. You could be a Leo or you could be a Virgo. We have monster, or is it Virgo? Or is it Libra? Who fucking knows? It's all. But anyways, we have bigoted, intolerant. See, and now intolerant right after that. So somebody does think of themselves as big, but honey, that's the problem right there. You being this person's coming up 2 times big-hearted, so you can't go bigger than that. You cannot be big anyway. That's you, and we have bias here too. So somebody has guzzling here too. And so, first of all, this is the second time too with basically bias here. There was earlier this week. I said somebody here hates women. Like somebody in your energy actually like hates women. Like they were a woman hater. And I feel like this person, and I felt like that was a woman who hated women. And tonight, when I said bias, I feel like this is like a man who actually feels like women can't run big things. Like this would be like if the Freemasons like had like a fucking chick and then she was getting initiated. Like no, like they like because we have big shot here too. So somebody really wants to be seen as amazing. Like maybe that's what the problem is, that you haven't freaking raved over this person, and so we have somebody here that sees you as a possible gem though, an ornament. They see you as a jewel. But this there's also bid on here too. So this person could watch other people hitting on you. They like your butt. They we have biscuit here, so I just think about butt cheeks. And we have binding. So obligatory, mandatory. So this person could be binded to something. They could be bound to something. There's somebody admiring you for sure. They go back and forth with how they feel about everything because it looks like they're bound to something. And if they weren't, they would want to be with you very much. This person could be undercover cop. They could also be possibly involved in some kind of organization, obviously a group, cult, gang, anything of that such, but they have rules, and so they can't date, and they may even be undercover. So that could make sense where they're creaming their panties every time you turn them in because they're like, you fucking sexiest fucking little convict future cop fucking taking it in the butt tight pussy motherfucking future wife I'm never gonna have. All right, so we have block here. Yeah, so we have clog though here and hinder in close, obstruct, barricade, blockage, obstruction, hindrance, obstacle. So somebody, and we also have check and stop. So something is going on here where something is obviously blocked. It could be communication. It could be the fucking sewage or the I don't know, the lake water when it hits the lake. But we have blood here too. Murder, gore, slaughter, bloodshed, ancestry, lineage, heritage. So this could be what that's about. Blood curdling. So there's some really freaky shit maybe possibly gonna happen. Blood curdling, damn. Hair rising, terrifying, alarming, chilling, stunning, scary. So, and then bloodless. What the? That's pretty weird. And black, a black man, or you could be black when you're done and all your blood's out of you, and then you just are bruised and all completely black and dead and under the ground. We have blandisher, odulator, booster, psych, psychofaint, apple polisher, flunky, bladisher. Can you please hand me the bladisher? What's this? Blandishment, applause, honey, adulation, plaudits, acclaim, fawning, compliments. Make sure you give her blandishments before we leave. Wait, let me see how we're gonna do this. I received
17 blandishments today. Blandishments, compliments, blanket. So this person does seem though that they, with actual compliments here being on a serious word, we're just doing a dictionary read right now. I'm just like learning new words out of the old good old dictionary here. But that's the second time on this that somebody seems like they do not like it when other people hate on you. This is like actually the third or the fourth time that I feel like we've had straights like somebody here does not, they're sexy for you. They like actually get jealous when other people write on your stuff, anything at all. It's all making me like in my tummy like giddy. This person we have now over here are rash or ignorant, unsighted, unconscious, discerning. So do be careful of be I would try to be sober more this week if you can. I wanted to drink a little bit. Actually last night I was gonna go and I'm so fucking glad I didn't. I would have missed that fucking fire. Anytime I fucking straight think I'm gonna party hard, I if I feel it anyway hesitant, I know right off top it's God's work. And we are always under a different mindset whenever we do anything. So I don't mind any of it, but I can always feel when God's work is necessary. And obviously, being out here in the middle of nowhere with a bunch of fucking stupid wannabe federal fucking morons that suck balls. But they got blackmail here, so everybody's already going to be turning on each other in these groups for those people who got in any type of situation. So we had Hitman here, basically. We had Bleed. We had fucking Bloodless. And but we also had straight up interrogate. And so if that's what's going to happen, that's what's going to happen. But it looks like it's going into a whole different setting over here because, ironically, on this page, look at what's here: blackout, blackmail, blade, and blame, and bladder. So, and bizarre, and bitter, and biting each other's head off. So, blasphemy, profanation. So, there's a lot of fighting going on because somebody straight up is like, you blatantly and shamelessly did this shit. Like, this person thought they were notorious for the things that they did that were bold, but it was very obvious what they did. And so if they did anything that they shouldn't have, their boldness that was obvious is actually evidence. And so now everybody's tripping the fuck out. It says this person could have some tattoos. We have tar, ink. This could be on the road. It could have something to do with black, darken, suit, smudge. Let me see. Discredit, defile, dull, dim, tarnish. Ebonize, denounce, sully. Denounce, blemish, defame. They're going to try to shoot for, something of that sort. They're going to try. And, that's already known. I can see right here from they seem to have some Gason protection in my case. They definitely probably get that arguing that they got going on in every case from that's probably an example of the protection that they have. But that's okay. The main thing that was argued, if you guys look at the main argument, is that some of them said that we didn't have or didn't specify certain things. So we already know what they're going to argue if you read what they argue. Go listen instead of saying this person argues, know what is their argument going to be. They only have two things that you didn't like. In this case, it was like, well, you didn't specify it exactly that I couldn't walk through the door. You just said this part. Like, we have somebody here that I'm dealing with. They say specifics like, well, you didn't specifically say that I was this or that. So they go in and find every fuck. This isn't every detail, motherfucker, and it's not even him. It could be him, but I doubt it because the way he talks is pretty uneducated. He's got a lawyer. So we would only need to now go research his lawyer, and then we research his horoscopical sign. You fucking straight look at his biography, how he dresses, how he talks, and you go from there, and then you just fucking watch a couple of his things, look at his Google reviews. He obviously wants to do specifics. That's his thing. He's a good fucking straight lawyer, not gonna lie. He seems to be getting the fuck out of everything so far, but we'll see who's better, him or me, because we're going head to head. I admire you though, but maybe it's because I know in my heart deep down I'm gonna take it out. All right, so here we go. We have botch here, blunder, bungle, fumble, because you fumbled, and that's what nobody had. They don't have
live videos of everything that you guys were doing. Blueprint here, so somebody may find some type of intent chart. You know, when you and bogus, counterfeit, false, pretend, fake, phony. What are you making fake money or something? Probably you fucking funny douche. In the shop, so we have a blooper here too, and so some of you guys made videos or something that could have leaked. You didn't know about you, and it did say that somebody chugs drink often, and so if you're drinking, I myself didn't even drink last night because you have to be aware of your surroundings. So if you're, but this person thinks he's the shit just because he's normalized his brain into believing that the whole world is a total is like they think like totalism doesn't mean they basically these people think that because they've labeled us as not part of their group that anything they do still fucking counts to us too. And that's one thing you guys need to at least get somehow wrapped back into your brain because you're basically getting to a wall, and that's a fact. And so if you keep walking around with your head up in the sky, we're gonna give you an uppercut, bitch, and fucking lay you down on your back. Because we don't want to be a part of your faggot groups. And that's what the fuck these fucking idiots did. They fucking straight on just up and now they got blackmail. Now they got them fighting. Now they're going through the blues. First they threatened this person. They started to interrogate. That's when you knew those were bitches. Disney doesn't even interrogate. Are you Putin? Are you Putin me in my face? How many times are you gonna tell me one, two, three, and then not spank my ass? Bottle again. So somebody drinks. That's why the fuck you. So when you drink or use, wherever you are, it's your self under the use of the. You are a dark portal for the drug use for you activates demons inside of you because you want to do evil. It seems like you don't do these things when you're sober, is what it's saying. It's saying that every time you drink for whoever you are a drug, for you, your body opens up the urge to do naughtier things. Everybody does naughty things, so nobody would be in trouble for doing naughty things, and that's actually a better thing to know. It's good to know that when we drink or drug, that it activates that, and that's completely normal. So that's why people sometimes just can't use because you. For some of you, you already could naturally be psychopathic, and then when you party, you become an evil possible. You could have sadistic issues, and you might be a sadist, and so you do like when people are harmed and they're hurt. And there's nothing wrong with you for liking that. You're not in trouble. But if you are gonna do it, you still get in trouble if you got caught. And you can't, just like with every scary movie, you get to kill some people, and then one time, sometimes the girl gets away. So that's we're just to a point now where we don't want to do that. It's not that you guys obviously are all out here doing these things where you're doing terrible things, and then in a group and you have all these people working, and that's kind of your thing. That's between you guys. But I'm telling you, like what you're doing in the past worked better for you guys because people, for some reason, all wanted to be a group member. And when they couldn't, they just made their own. We have an ICP. You have fucking the Illuminati. You got the Freemasons. You got the Aryan Brotherhood. You have fucking straight the gangsters, the Crips, the Bloods, the bikers. I mean, it just kind of, it's like what in that whole era, you guys all were like, well, I'm going to start my gang. I want to group in. I want to group in. And so it was like a thing. The bikers, you guys, like, that was your guys' thing. That's not the millennials or the Gen Z. So it's not your turn to rule anymore. So you guys might as well go enjoy your things, stay within your era, and let us be the new Phoenix Rising. That's what I recommend. And if you guys want to be together and do your little blackmail shit, that's going to have to be stuff that you guys do amongst the Slytherins now. Because you basically step to us, you don't have the protection. You're going to get bow and arrowed right through the goddamn forehead, and honestly, you're not going anywhere. So it says, don't bother us. Don't. It says somebody likes to, and that's going to really be difficult for them because when you, if they were to leave us alone, it's saying that this person feels like you would be making them look like a punk because they wouldn't be able to boss us around. Well, you're going to have to work on it. Go talk to your counselor about it. Don't care. Come over here and we're going to punch you in the fucking forehead and give you Stone Cold Steve Austin Stunner, kick you in your little shriveled dick. Bootless, it says. It says that you're a bootlicker, but I think you're a butt licker. All right, but it just says flunky, funny, toady. That's funny. Prize, plunder, loot, booty. prize, plunder, loot, and boost, push, lift, help, hoist, shove. So yeah, purposeless for somebody, ineffective, profitless, useless. Because it wasn't, baby, your plan more than likely wasn't going to get no profit anyway. That's why you have to try hard. Nobody works and then gets paid like that later. That's little homie shit. That means that if you're working and going to get paid later still in your group, then you basically just did another person's debt crime payoff thing. Somebody above you just got paid. So that's how that's going to go. You're going to have to like do whatever you think you more than likely did to get your money. You guys are going to do another round of that. That was really actually motivate. If you were motivated to do this time, that was because George over here, Andy, Louie, you just paid off. You paid him. Now you have to do it. Looks like 2 times or more for you guys. Or I mean 100 times or more. You guys do a lot of the same job twice, hundreds of times. Bookish. So you're somebody who normally has a brain. You could even have had scholarships and shit like that, but you could have had a good job. And now you're looking all bony and shit like you're fucking straight freaking freegasing friends and giving you some Ariana Grande medicine. Not to mention you're bored anyway, and you've had to borrow money lately too because of all the shit you've gotten yourself into, it says. Bounty hunter now too. It says break, dude. Like literally, you need to, like, it says bout, round, contest, conflict, test, struggle, match, spell, fight. And right below it says bow, bitch. Because you're gonna bow down to God, not the human anymore. God is here for you. That's why you're being blocked. You might look at it like it's a human blocking you. Well, he has to work through the human to do it. You keep putting everything on human. You place judgment upon human too. It's like you decide if that human's worth anything too. So you're not only acting in as a false idol, but you're actually determining other people's actual complete value or worth. That's a double, triple fucking whammy right there. I Usually people that think they're the shit don't seem to ever really give a fuck about fucking a lot of the other ones that they don't think of the shit. They steer clear. You require, you want all people to like, 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 honor you. Like this person now is very big. Like they want to run the whole damn world energy. They seem like they need everyone's attention on them. They like to have this person gets very jealous if anybody's not really, if anybody else in the room was more jealous or any more like popular. They have big homie energy. They don't like it. Big homie always keeps anybody out who's popular. Like they stop even inviting him to the parties. But it says this person's boorish and they're actually going broke. Mm. You've had to borrow money now too. See, that's why you guys need to stop fucking straight doing some shit for fucking your little boyfriends. It's not in the book. It doesn't say boys follow boys. You always have this idea in your head that you're at more protection if you're in a group of fucking boys. Why do you need? I walk every day by myself, and I'm alive. Doing fine. I literally talk shit on my blog every day. I tell them what the fuck. And like you can say whatever. Like if you really think you need protection, then whatever. But I mean, like I told my brother, you don't need protection when fucking the criminal is gonna be in jail. And if anybody, I fucking straight call up anybody that comes for fucking my brothers, and they don't come for me. I asked them to this last time. They've been fucking no, but don't do it again, bro. Nobody likes when I stick up for them. I don't care where the fuck I am at. I fucking will go and get in the middle of a group of 30 fighting and break them all up. I got coach energy, bitch. Not fucking free gay under your energy. I'm like, hey! You gotta get the whole room fucking order. You have to be an alchemist, bitch. You need to fucking straight. You don't adapt to the energy in the room. You're not an alchemist. You are a manipulator. There's a difference. If you have to lead by force instead of fun, you could be a carnival too. You never went to college, it's clear. But they do teach you about that in college the right way. Leadership. They say to be fun. They say to switch up your teaching style every 20 minutes so that you can keep your people engaged. Never any of the things that they don't teach us to totalize people. They have the laws and the safety and the sanitation because that's what it's supposed to be. Because of why? Because we have to have a common set of rules that's easy and studied because we're going to be either giving humans advice and we care about them, or because we're going to be actually touching a human and we want to make sure that we're sanitary and we don't spread something to them, right? So, in what ways did you get leader meant that I'm going to totally abuse my people and do everything that I could never actually tell anybody that I do? I keep everything a secret when it's actually in a handbook normally for any other business. There's no secrets, baby. It's not a secret. And your prizes suck worse than the Chuck E. Cheese fucking coupons. Alright? So, it's beyond past the thing, and people are bewildered now, honestly. It says beware and between. It says better. And honestly, right next to that, it says superior, preferable, improve. You've been worsening, it says. And now you're freaking out thinking you're going to bind yourself. Somebody here thinks, I was just going to get married. You were just going to fucking get dumped. This bit, you're going to get married in the middle of a breakdown. I'm sure you'll make a great fucking partner. It's not your choice when the fuck you just get married out of nowhere, and you don't do it in a sudden panic, and you fucking most certainly don't do it on the run while you're a big-headed fucking mason. Just because like you get the physical things and you get it all, like they must have a dream board like thing going on. These people seem to have the mindset of somebody that when they get all the things on their dream board, then they're good. So they must have like a goal list that they have to check off or something if you're a Jason. Yeah. Well, it says honestly, then we have surge, swell, yeah, increase, intensification, amplification, magnification, and binding it to it. Binging, fleeing spree, and I feel like you guys binge fucked shit up. And it's okay. It says that you have a rebirth back here, but then after all of this happens, after this big fight happens, and after whatever happens in the end, it says defraud, trick, cheat, hoodwink, deceive, fleece, rook, bamboozle, and that you'll get a bill. You're going to be charged with it, it says. Invoice, account, and statement. Damn, that's kind of funny. It's number 23 page, the B in dictionary. But it says, yeah, that this is going to be a huge fucking problem, it says. And it says that we have binge right after, so spree, carousel, toot, bling, adjustable, flexible, elastic, changeable is what you're hoping for, but it's in the little squiggly parts. It says it's going to be binding. It says that it is indissoluble, indissoluble, unalterable, imperative, unconditional, unchangeable, hard and fast, compelling, obligatory, mandatory. It says that a big-hearted person, a very good-natured, liberal, generous, unselfish, open-handed, unstinting, charitable, magnanimous type of person. Met somebody who was very cold, selfish, mean, and uncharitable. This person thought that they could do whatever they wanted to people and be unfair, chauvinistic. They would give them partial of what they deserved. This person was also this a second time prejudiced and biased. And they actually look down on women and think that they must be better than them. They're telling you to read the Bible more often, Sunny Cakes. It says this person needs a boost, when it comes to their self. Otherwise, they get very short-tempered about it. Like I said, this person has a boiling temper, and you know what? Whenever they boil, it's pretty much only. It's not even necessarily when you do anything really like exactly wrong. It's because I feel like it's when you like, because that kind of turns them on. They seem to study and stay in your energy, whether you're not dead yet or fucking literally they're just curious and gonna kill you. But either way, you know what? They seem to get them out of stuff. When you're just not paying attention and you do your own thing. Well, it's funny. We talked about it though. This person likes to be chased, so they push you away and then they bring you back, and then like, or they try. Well, they don't really bring you back because you don't. You're just like, what the fuck? Like you probably just do your own thing because you're not somebody who's gonna sit there and go through up and down emotions and be all confused. So then when you're doing your own thing, they're not used to that. They're used to fucking people that basically fucking are all still kissing their ass and trying to make sure that everything's okay and you're not mad at me type shit because they're like low fucking straight self love. They're not content, and so they feel weird when people are not talking to them, and it's important to them. They need it. They need that because they probably do a lot of sneaky things in the background. Why else would you need to know if somebody was doing okay? Are you okay? Is everything okay between us? Like, why would you know that? What'd you do? Straight. Why do you need to know so much if we're okay? Like, is there a reason? Yeah, there is because fucking literally, obviously, they have fucking straight. It's not about low self worth. Like, why would you even be worried? You're not mad at me, are you? You have abandonment issues at the point? Like, no. You're not mad at me, are you still? It just goes right to the fucking straight heart of like, why are you so, like, I just feel instantly like yeah, that's a normal feeling. But what sucks is that if they did do it, I'm feeling right now I could relate to that. So then the person that they are like, you don't mad at me, are you? Well, then they probably told, they could have told on something that really honestly, like tonight when you blew up the fucking straight RV park with that fire. You know what I mean? I would feel like that. You know, you're not mad at me, are you? So this person could be like an empath, like truly like a good. It said that they were big hearted. I could relate to that. Sucks, man. It's not easy to fucking say actually I'll fucking turn you in. You know, it's really not. You know, we like you too, and that's why we try to talk to you. And you know, a lot of you guys just sit there and say we're stupid, and you just keep lying, and it's like whatever, dude. I'm not fucking putting up with it. You're not gonna fucking hurt anybody under my watch. And so it's like you want to be an evil cunt, then fucking straight, you're gonna fucking meet Karen's daughter. Hello, my mom is my not even my dad who cooked drugs and worked with the cartel, and my mom's a Karen, and they still just, this is too much. There's too much, you know. It's too much to be working with these groups, you guys, and doing all of the stuff that you do. That's so much harm to the people. It's absolutely crazy. And you can call yourself whatever you want to call yourself. We obviously have made up new names for you. The Freemason, the Illuminati, the fucking CIA later, the FB Fly. Uh, you know, you just don't really stand for much. We call you pubic hair face if you're a biker. Uh, we see that, yeah, nobody, you guys just might as well just go enjoy whatever little bit you got going on there left because the millennials and the Gen Zs are not groupies. So when you guys are trying to make people like us conform, we'll never conform. How could we even look up to you when you ain't even as tall as me? You guys are not smarter or better. You're not the same. We're very different. We don't fucking rape children and we don't worry about all that shit. So whoever this is that actually has a crush on somebody and wanted you to follow them anyway, you wouldn't be with them because their body is contaminated with all of their nasty behavior. And also, they probably have done things that they shouldn't have. I would imagine this person. Some of these people have definitely raped children. They are not just with adults. This energy is tainted. These are tainted people. This is a group of them too. It's beyond the little homies that are in the blood group and shit. This is like literal weird shit. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just the same. Yeah, I don't know. This person now is going to get a rude awakening, it says. And it could be different, but I don't think so. I think that a big hearted person came and you knew that you could have changed. You had it 2 years ago for some of you. You knew that was when you needed to. And you thought about it before you did bad. And for some of you, you just can't do bad. And that's what I said earlier. For some of you, when you get drunk or you get high, it activates the portal. Not everybody just can't get high, but some people can't because of this. Some of you get, there's no way around it. Like there are people that when using, You guys fucking do the weird, like you do stuff you just can't do. Like you actually completely change to 100% a different person, and it sucks. I do feel bad for you. There was a few people like that. John would literally, he was so handsome, and he would fucking be weird. That bitch. One time we caught him outside taking our whole fucking window out of the kids' room while they were sleeping. John, and what are you doing? Like he was taking, like he got real weird. You know, we have Nick. He twitches out and walks, noticeable. Not still as bad as like some of these other people, but we have fucking Cody. Sometimes Cody balls his eyes out every time he drinks. You know, some of you just at some dude, you just can't use. And it's just what it is. But you can do it if you want to. But then you guys end up looking and acting in ways that people just can't be around you, or you make mistakes like this. And for some of you guys are, I noticed for sure all year long that you guys actually need a wife for the point of it. You guys cannot stop doing. For some of you keep being federal criminals. So it's obviously a problem. So you can do those before those and shit all you want. But when are you guys gonna not go to prison underneath your own fucking rules? You like it or what? Fucking each other in the ass or what's going on? Talking about being biased, but you're really angry because somebody left you because you weren't fucking straight being respectful. And you were being bad. And they probably didn't want to wait for you to get out of prison or back home from your boyfriend's house. It's a little bit fucking, I mean, I can only imagine. You put them, you always have to show that when they're teaching your boyfriends and shit. So it's like, nobody's going to deal with that. We want to fucking be personal empathy, not fucking straight with it. If you got a fucking something in the boyfriends, then go fucking straight be one and don't fucking try to get her. You don't get a woman. We're not gonna sit there and be with somebody who puts us on the back burner because you guys have a group of boys that you guys show over to. And go be with them. Sounds like you guys have anyway. 89% of the world admitted to if you're a guy that you kissed a boy and you liked it. 89, so it's fine. Just do whatever you need to do. But, you don't have to. You're not gonna get these ones, is what I'm saying. Because whoever who's has a crush on somebody here, they're not into that. And basically, now you're crushing on them at a time when they're finding out the worst stuff about you. People aren't gonna be with you. That's the thing. So it's funny how that's working out for this person. In their mind, they're literally thinking, and they get a little bit off when you catch them doing something. Yeah, that's almost like they're cute when they're mad shit, right? But honestly, that's different. You're different. You're trying to like, you just repeatedly trying to fucking. This is how, dude. Some of you guys are like full blown repeatedly trying to kill people and shit, and it's making you, it's turning you on. So is that what happens when you guys? Do you guys? So you guys do. You hunt people when you guys are doing your shit. So is that why you're getting creeped up? Because it's a little bit more of a show and you just like it keeps coming. So maybe you're not even irritated. Maybe that's what it is that you turned it into like a reality show. You're like, yeah, I knew my show was gonna be good, huh? You guys like turning it into like the whole thing. You're like, yeah, that got us like we're racing horses and shit. Oh, I'm afraid that was a fine journey. It's either you or me, right? Every time. You're pretty smart. I'm sure you guys got to figure out how to do things. You're not gonna like you like your definitions are in this chapter are you guys like to do anything you're like a cat that plays with its mouse and lets it run away. And then you know where it's at and we're like thinking whatever fucking thing, but you're like a big thing of us like what's coming up. That's what I think it was. I don't feel like I'm the cat and you're the mouse. I feel like you're still the cat and I'm the mouse and I still just prepare for that just in case. Because you can't really trust anybody out here that I'll few years. Last few years with you, Jason, motherfuckers. And the government, but it was good. I don't know if I'd do it again. But if I had to choose it over some other chapters, oh yeah, lots of other chapters actually. My head just told me right now, yeah, one of the terrorists I feel like say, we would have traded the fucking chapter we were in fucking Edward. That's fucking hilarious. That one of my brain, like in my memory of Edward, that's my only Mexican boyfriend, and I'd like to trade that out fucking to be harassed by the fucking creepers. That's hilarious. And I didn't say Zeke, I didn't say James. It was like only I remember that with Edward. I just was trying. I didn't like. Oh hell no! Edward was like a scorpionic, miserable Mexican, and so he just stayed mad. He needed the cape. He was super mad. Dude, Mexicans always think like when they're a bad Mexican, they're just like Mexican. Maybe like they're not even fucking real Mexicans. Like Edward feels like you have to be like an angry Mexican. If literally, dude, you're not an angry Mexican, you have to be an angry Mexican. He's not even a good angry Mexican. He literally isn't even like he's butthurt at all his friends in California. He's not really a thug. He like has friends that were gangsters, but he's like one of those people that are gangsters that fucking literally like wasn't really like a gangster. Yeah, he was like a mad confusion. He's a Scorpio man. Scorpios with I'm one third Scorpio, but a lot of Scorpios man they're like pissed off at a sibling. They're still always working to be their mom or dad. It's always like to be the favorite child, huh? And they always make the most craziest rules. They demand it. Like Edward wanted Derek kicked out. He wanted him completely kicked out of the family one night. You know, right? And he was like, he's still to this day. Well, I mean, I don't know if he got over it, but bro, it had. I know at one point it was 6. It was like 10 years, and he's still like every year he still was like mad as if like Derek shouldn't be part of the family. Oh my gosh. I'm just grateful his mom actually didn't pick one side or the other. Pushed it a little bit on the time tonight. Come on, it's not really good on it. Somebody was really awkward tonight, and at first I was wondering why, but then I realized what. I was literally showing the live video of all of the evidence to, I believe, to one of the people that did it. Isn't that fucking crazy? And then like the other people that were watching it, because like nobody saw the fire, and so as I was showing the video, I was like out of nowhere, like they were just like saying some stuff. So it was my turn talking. I was like, "Do you guys see the fucking fire this morning?" And they were like, "No." Well, one of them was like, "No," and then the other one just I didn't say anything, and I didn't notice anything the whole time. I just because I don't really know that much. So I was like, yeah, dude, look at this shit. Fucking big ass fire, dude. What the fuck? And the other one was like, holy shit. She was like, shit with the actual shit. And then the other one I noticed like a couple times, but and I didn't even notice anything until I realized late, like a little bit later, what was going on, probably an hour after. But the other one was like not looking for a lot of it. And she also had a face that I noticed that seemed like different, like it was unusual, and like it made me feel like if she felt uncomfortable or weird or whatever the fuck she was feeling in general because we don't hang out much. And then I realized, and then the girl kept saying to me, she's like, "Did you see that? Or are you looking like?" Look at that right there, and she like kept looking up and like looking at it, but she was like looking back down, and I'm pretty sure.
Why?
Yep, that's and that's exactly why James was driving away from there earlier. I know that James. I know that James and one other person did it. I like that person. Look at that, man. That sucks for you. That sucks for you, man. I knew you were involved the whole time. I just, it was nice talking with you for 2 seconds, and actually, I saw just an innocence in you. You might. That's why you guys gotta really stop listening to these people because you're gonna. Oh, and then Bill, you just pulled that stump out of. You just like pulled another stump out too. That was all told. You were told to pull that stump out to uproot, so that for whatever purpose, probably to attach you to the uprooting part. It's not for no reason. James, you're the one who pretty much is guaranteed. You're probably gonna be the one. I know it's gonna be. It looks now that I'm saying it out loud, it's gonna be J and D on the boomerang over here. It's gonna be two J's and a D. So where do you come in? CB. Definitely the camera dude. You survey, so that's good. They'll lock you in every direction, just like I told you. Anybody who has eyes on the crime scene the whole time is a good one. I told him that one night, and all the lights went fucking straight off after that for 24 hours. It was camera. No more camera, but they turned back on after probably actually like it was more than a few days. He must have got word from Big Daddy that fuck me. Fuck you! In fact, I'll have to remember to write that down tomorrow. Since you always want to fuck with me. Talking shit to me when I was mowing. Telling me to get the fuck out of there. Like a bitch. Disrespectfully. Yeah.